Honestly, my favorite line that not everybody gets.
I know that line. Truly iconic. Oh no! Not a stain on my pants. I'm just like.
All good there?
Yeah, my throat is kind of scratchy, but I don't have the sexy raspy
Okay,
voice.
you need to just
So what's it for?
denounce getting sick.
I denounce. I rebuke.
We rebuke this in the name of Jesus Christ, and it's not welcome here.
Okay. I'm ready.
You ready? All right, we're back. We're rolling with our Valentine's
hold.
Day. Never mind. It's
I
actually
always
false.
forget. Like I go way deeper than you. So I'm never in line.
Okay. Are we good?
No.
No.
I told you things that I notice when I'm editing, because this is way deeper than that, and so then like I'm a foot behind you, and like
I do feel like I'm more turned this way trying to talk to you, and I don't face the camera as much because of that.
That is true.
So.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, false start. Let's go.
Are we ready?
We are.
We're rolling.
Yeah.
With another episode of Small Town Girls Anonymous podcast. And if you couldn't tell by the colors, it's our Valentine's Day episode.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's.
Cheers to love.
We love it. We love love. Honestly,
I certainly love love.
you really do. You you're like you just are a lover girl. Truly.
Aww.
Like in so many ways.
Wait. Thanks. I wish I could say the same for you, but I really can't.
No, it's okay. You can be like, and you have been a hater for 99% of your life.
No, I'm a lover. You're a fighter.
That is, honestly, cheers. That's our personas of the week. I did just tell you that, like, I'm so protective that I would, like, fight somebody over something, like, for somebody else.
She was actually saying she would go to war for me.
No, I would, actually. I would also go to war with you. I think I've said this before. I've definitely told your mom, at least, that I'm like, yeah, Cass, if she was like, we're marching off the edge of a cliff at dawn tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, I'll be there.
You told my mom that?
Yeah.
She's probably concerned.
I was like,
is my
I would-
daughter like running a cult?
No, I'm like, I would follow her into battle. I would.
And I would lead us into battle. I'd
You-
be like,
you
should
would.
we go to war?
I'd be like, it could be fun.
Text you, I'd be like, hear me out. The army, question mark?
Me,
Battlefield?
do we look cute in olive green and khaki? Question mark.
I'm like, it
Slick
would
buns.
be badass.
Slick buns every day. You wear the same thing. You don't have to pick out a new outfit.
I
Cute
actually
little
have
belt.
to say,
Cute boots. Combat boots?
Well, first of all, we would be hot.
Oh no, we would.
Second of all, there have been certain seasons of my life where I have very seriously considered doing some sort of branch of the military.
Oh, same.
The one deterrent, and this is going to be petty,
Interesting.
but the one deterrent is the girls don't wear makeup, correct?
I feel like I've seen pictures of women that are wearing makeup.
I'm like, certainly there's no world in which I can go out there every day amongst my comrades without filling my brows in.
Okay, here's my question.
I'm like, you're telling me that I'm going to be out there every day just barefaced? Barefaced, fine. No
Raw
eyebrows.
dogging it?
Can't do it.
Raw dog eyebrows.
I can't raw dog. No. I cannot raw
I wonder
dog
if they
eyebrows.
would let you like laminate them or get them filled in. Like, what if you got the ends of them like tattooed or something? Would that be okay?
No.
Could I get my lashes tinted and lifted?
No. I feel like you don't. I feel like you can't.
You can't do nails. You for sure can't do nails.
So I'm out.
Yeah. For those reasons, we're out.
And for those reasons, I decline.
Completely. But you know, we would work it if we could.
If forced, like if the world was ending and we were being recruited, we would pop off.
We would.
We would certainly pull our weight.
And we would make it hot.
We would rise to the occasion.
We really would.
And,
honestly.
you know, if everything was going up in flames, I guess I couldn't, you know, I'd have to sacrifice the appearance of my eyebrows, but it would be impressive.
You do have to make huge sacrifices in that line.
one does have to make sacrifices when one is fighting for their lives.
It's true.
Wow.
Wow. Love that little tangent for us.
I know. Love that. Oh, I also have to give a shout out to my sister Mary. I feel like I give a different shout out every podcast episode
That's
because
okay.
it's really birthday season in my family. But my sister Mary, who has been a guest on the podcast in the past,
The people know her. They love her.
she is beloved by all. She turns 21 today.
Amazing.
Time flies. They just grow up so quickly.
I remember her being a little kid.
She is just such a light. She really is.
She really is.
Everyone who knows her, to know her is to love her.
It's true.
It's true, and thank God she's finally 21. This day's been a long day coming. Her and I are going to have the best summer of our lives this summer, and we're all going out tonight to celebrate.
She deserves it.
On her 21st birthday, which I will say it's a Tuesday, so if it was the weekend, she would probably be out with her friends, which she will be doing this coming weekend.
She can do both.
But because it's a Tuesday, she said, let me celebrate my 21st with my family. We're all going out to dinner at Mexican tonight. Los Tres. Shout out Los Tres.
It's Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday. She wanted chips and salsa. She wanted a fat margarita. She wanted the whole vibe. She wants everyone of age
girl
to get
already
buzzed.
knows what's up.
She already knows how to do it.
She knows what's up there. Oh, dang.
So it's going to be great. I'm very excited. And yeah, I've been spending my entire morning preparing. When I tell you, Christy, I have literally been all morning from the second I woke up. First of all, I've just had so much on my to-do list since I got back from California, which I'll talk about that trip as well. But my to-do list has been this long, and I've been, like, this morning setting timers. Like, okay, I have 5 minutes to do this, racing around, like, cleaning the bathroom. Okay, next 10 minutes, I have to do laundry, racing around doing laundry. Like, literally timing myself, giving myself a time limit.
That sounds stressful.
Blowing up the balloons, those little white balloons, just, like, took everything out of me. Because when I was in California, I got a lip flip.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
I know you didn't
I
see
knew
anything.
something was different, though. I was
didn't?
like, something is different, and I cannot pinpoint it
You
exactly.
didn't say anything about my face.
I couldn't pinpoint it.
But you did notice something?
I noticed something with your lips, and I was like, I cannot tell what it is.
I got a lip flip done. So basically, that's where they put Botox along the top line of your lip.
Interesting.
And it turns your lip upwards so that your top lip is essentially, it has more real estate. And when you smile, it's more top lip and less gums.
Okay.
And I've always gotten that done. Okay. No, none of this buzzing. None of this buzzing when we're, it happens every time. The thing is, when I get it done, suddenly it takes away a lot of the function of my top lip. Now, I have a friend who gets it done and nothing affects her, but I think it's just because of how small my lips are. Do you see, like, there's like a little keyhole now?
A little bit, yeah.
So basically, and it's also because of the way that when I got filler in my lips a year ago, like, it filled out the sides, but not the top part of it. And so I now have this little keyhole. So basically, on one hand, I have trouble saying my P's and my B's because the top doesn't fully reach the bottom. I have trouble drinking from a straw. And apparently, blowing up a balloon is essentially impossible because there's no movement, there's no function. I literally had to, Chrissy, if you actually took a video, I actually videoed myself because I was struggling so much. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. You should have gotten a little pump.
There's only 20 balloons, so I was like, certainly I can manage.
Sure, just struggle 20 times. Why not? You know how many times I like to struggle? 0. 0 is the number we're going for of struggling.
Okay, also you can see my whole body is strained. Also, my bicep is kind of popping. Okay, wait, hold on.
See, I won't blow up balloons just because I get lightheaded so easily.
I got really lightheaded. Like,
I
when
believe
it took it out of me. Okay, first of all,
I believe it.
A moment for my arm.
She's popping there. Damn.
There's a vein showing too.
That, honestly.
Look at my forearm.
Wow. That is very impressive.
Honestly. I actually noticed, I know, look at my arms. Don't look at my face.
Don't look at your face.
I actually
look at your
noticed
arms.
it recently because in the line of work that I'm in, I'm constantly filming myself, and so obviously I nitpick everything. And recently I've been like, why are my arms looking fat? Like I know for a fact I've lost a lot of weight since moving back. Why do my arms look fat? And then I was like putting up my hair the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm just jacked. It's all the Pilates.
It's just muscle.
It's just muscle. Cool. Okay, this is
love
me
that.
blowing up the balloon. Oh, I need the noise on.
The way it goes back in is like the worst feeling ever.
No, that's what it kept doing. It kept going back in because my top lip couldn't, like, I literally am holding the balloon like this, and I'm clamping my lips down around it because they wouldn't stay clamped otherwise. So anyways.
So can they fix it? Like, what's the deal? Is it
That's just how
stuck
it is
that
for
way?
me. I mean, the lip flip it'll
Well,
metabolize.
why can't they? And I'm not certified in anything yet, but like, wouldn't you just put more filler in the middle there?
One would. I won't because it's expensive and I never wanted to get filler again. The filler and the lip flip will probably metabolize, like the Botox wears off after like 2 months, unfortunately. In the lips specifically, it wears off really fast because you talk so much, like you're using those muscles constantly, so it wears off really quickly, so I'm not worried about it. Filler also dissolves over time, it just takes longer, so I'm just gonna let it run its course.
Specifically, the tissue in your mouth and lips is also like the fastest regenerative tissue in your body, actually.
Oh, fun fact.
Because we bite the insides of our mouths so much and stuff like that, and it gets torn up, and so it heals the fastest.
Okay, Dr. Remsky.
Fun little facts there for you.
Okay, I don't even know how I got started on that tangent, but...
Well, I feel like that kind of goes along the lines of self-love.
It does.
You know, self-care and doing what you want and not giving a rip of what other people think because it's what you want.
So true. Speaking of doing what you want, man, I literally can't breathe. When I say the balloons took it out of me, it really did.
I believe it.
Speaking of doing what you want, I just came back from my trip to California last week.
And how was that?
It was stunning, beautiful, perfect. The weather there was like sunny and 80 degrees. I was like, oh, they knew I was coming. They knew I was coming.
They prepared for you.
It was really great. And I will say, similarly to how it was when I went in November, it was amazing because I think I always fear that I'll go there and I'll be really yearning for everything there. And I'll especially with how cold it is in Michigan, it'll make me feel extremely discontent and dissatisfied. But it actually, the same thing happened when I went back in November. I felt so happy to be there, so excited to see my friends. I felt like I was there for the perfect amount of time. I got to see everyone I wanted to see, a lot of quality time with people who I know there. Got to visit all of my favorite spots. But it was more so a feeling of, I'm so grateful that I get to come visit you guys. I do want to move back. I don't know what that is going to look like when the time comes. But it wasn't like a strong feeling of, I need to be here right now and I hate Michigan. It was just, I'm happy to be here now. And then when I came back home, I was like, I feel very content to be coming back. And I'm excited to be back in my routine. And I'm grateful I got to visit. But I also know that I'm in the place in life that I'm supposed to be in. And so it was an overall feeling of gratitude and contentment, which is amazing. Because for me, when I travel, there's always oh, I hope this doesn't make me hate my life in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And it didn't, so it was great.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I did get pranked.
You got pranked. I saw something in your video about that in your last slide.
Do you remember on the podcast when I was all gung-ho about bring back pranks?
Yeah.
Well, my friends took that to heart because they're faithful listeners. Thank you so much,
I love
Jackson
that.
and Daniel. Well, yeah. Maybe not Daniel because I don't know if Daniel listens as much as Jackson does, but they took it to heart. And they thought that I was going to be the one to play a prank.
Yeah, that's what you made it sound like. That you wanted to do the pranking, not be pranked.
Well, I did. And then I completely just forgot. Completely forgot. Wasn't in my mind at all.
Pranked
Forgot.
yourself that way.
I literally fooled myself. Yeah, joke's on me. Joke was completely on me. So the Airbnb host that we stayed at in Lake Arrowhead, her name was Pamela, and we never like obviously saw her in person, but there's a lot of obviously back and forth in the messages about check-in and protocol, blah blah blah. When I booked this Airbnb back last fall, I booked it months and months ago. I think in September or October. I booked it primarily because she almost guaranteed me a late checkout on Sunday. I was like, I'm looking for a spot that I can do a late checkout on Sunday, like 3 o'clock maybe, because leaving like at 10, 11 in the morning is just really soon.
Oh, it's the worst.
And she was like, yeah, that should definitely be no problem. Like, I can allow that as long as there's no booking for Monday, which I'm sure there wouldn't be. And so to me, that says you basically have it in the bag, a late checkout.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what the other people were saying too. So I was like, okay, perfect, booked it. When the time comes, I'm like, hey, just following up on the late checkout. Can we still do that? She's like, oh, we have a meeting on Monday at the house, so we can't do that. I was like, a meeting, not even a booking.
It's a meeting.
I know. I was like, okay, so
what kind of weird sus drug meetup is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
That
didn't sit right.
That
with
doesn't
me
sit
either.
right.
Did not sit right with me either.
Nobody does.
So that was strike number 1 for Pamela. Strike number 2, she made us all fill out waivers for a hike, which we never actually took, so it was fine. Apparently, we had to like all sign waivers to go on a hike nearby. I don't know. Strike number 3 is just that she kept messaging like very particular messages about the house and not moving anything, like 8 guests only, 8 guests only, 8 guests only, like all these. We had 10 guests. I hope Pamela doesn't listen to the podcast.
Did she have cameras in there?
I don't know. And my friend Jackson, his parents own homes that they Airbnb out, so I always consult him about stuff like this. I'm like, are we worried about the fact that she's been very clear that she allows only 8 guests and we're bringing 10? Because obviously we're going to bring as many people as we can to bring down the cost for everyone. And he was like, no, like, I don't know how they would know. I think that's fine. Like, whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, I trust you. If you think it's fine, then I think it's fine. The whole weekend was great. Come Sunday morning when we're all packing up to do our early checkout, I get a text. And the text says...
I'm scared. I feel like it's going to be like threatening.
Okay, first of all, do you remember after my wedding when I got a text from the Airbnb host that was like very threatening and aggressive? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Cassidy. This is Pamela, your host. ... I got word from a neighbor that said you have 9 guests, and I was really, in all caps, clear that there can be no more than 8 guests. I'm going to charge the card you have on file $300. I need waivers for all of your guests. I was very clear that everyone has to sign a waiver. I truly hope that you guys are enjoying your time at our beautiful home, but I expect that you will respect the rules. Thanks, ... I'm texting you out of the app so we can just handle things on our own and not get corporate involved. Please, let's keep this simple.
Corporate?
Like, Airbnb tracks all the messages.
Okay.
So you can get, like, corporate involved in any disputes on the app. I'm reading this, and I'm like, you're joking. She has people spying on us? And there were neighbors about that we had spotted. Like, her neighbor was, like, out in her hot tub that morning, and I was like, it's the red-haired neighbor in the hot tub. She's been clocking us this whole time. And so, like...
She's a narc!
I know, literally. So I was like, to my friends, I was like, oh my gosh, like, just got this text, but like, whatever, I'll deal with it later. Let's just like...
She didn't even know it was 10.
Yeah, I was like, it's actually 10. So, but then we were all afraid to go outside. I was like, well, now we don't want to go outside because maybe she'll clock that there's actually 10 of us and then she'll get real upset.
You have to leave in the night.
And then one of my friends, one of the guys was like, that's not okay. Like, she cannot have people spying on us. That's so inappropriate. We have to write a bad review. Like,
yeah,
that's not, like, that's whatever. He was like very riding for me and validated me, honestly. Come to find, Jackson comes up to me with like my little VHS camcorder and he's like, you've been pranked. That was my mom who texted you. And I was literally shook. I could not believe it. I was also so relieved. But I was like, that text was so realistic. And and Pamela would do that.
She would do that.
And Pamela was so clear, 8 guests, and we totally brought 10 people.
Wow.
I know. So they
Kudos
really,
to Jackson's mom
I
for
know.
being so cool and funny.
I know. They really did get
Wow.
me. It was a good prank, well executed, and the best part was that we weren't actually getting charged extra. So
You had me the whole time. I was invested.
I can't
I
believe
forgot
had
it
you.
was
I
a
literally
prank.
led with I got pranked.
I forgot. I didn't know that would be the prank though.
That was the prank.
Like, I thought it might be. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the end of the trip. I know they really did well, and all that to say, I stand by what I said. Bring back pranks. That was a good prank.
That was a good prank.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was my trip to California. It was great.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good time.
I feel like I had a few other notes of life updates, but we're already 20 minutes in, so we have to talk about Valentine's.
That's true. We're dressed for the topic.
Unless you have any life updates that you'd like to share.
Well, I will share life updates within Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
So I know that you had your notes that you wanted to go off of, but if you would like me to start off,
Okay.
if that would help.
Yeah.
So
Wait. If we're gonna dive right in.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I literally can't breathe. I'm so winded. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go ahead and start off.
Okay.
Your notes. Should we give an overall quick
Yeah, if you want to give a little intro.
Okay. So basically I wanted me, myself, and I.
The whole production team.
The whole production crew.
Had a meeting last night.
And decided to come at the Valentine's topic from an angle of basically okay.
You struggling for words here? Are you having a stroke?
I can't breathe.
Do you want me to take it from here? I can. I'm
Yeah, honestly,
resituated
you
now.
do it. Yeah,
I'm gonna take it from
Yeah,
here because she might be having a stroke.
I'm not okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So essentially, we're coming upon the topic of Valentine's Day from a very different perspective than we were last year. Actually, entirely opposite perspectives.
I frankly forget how
year.
we even came at it last year, to be honest with you.
It was kind of similar-ish, but more specifically focused, I think, on things that we were doing.
Okay.
I want to say I saw clips of it the other day, but I didn't re-listen. I was gonna re-listen, then I didn't have time.
Oh, well, that's smart. I didn't need to do that either.
But I just found it really weird that we're coming from completely different angles this year, which again, the difference that 365 days makes.
The difference that 365 days make.
Wildly different.
It was so different. So true. Great point.
So we have the angle now. So last year, when I was in my season of life, a very I know I talked about selfishness of in a good way, selfish in a good way of singleness and investing in myself and my time and Galentine's and all of that. And you were talking more about from the perspective of being in a committed relationship and that kind of stance. And now the tables have turned.
It's actually funny. There's been a complete flip.
Yeah, there actually has. We could be the movie Flipped.
We literally could.
We've literally flipped where you are now single and I am
now not single. Oh, sorry. I'll cut that out.
I am
thunder. Okay, I'll cut that out.
You're she has.
Yeah, I'll cut it out.
I am less single than I ever have. I am seeing someone.
Love to hear it.
And I've been gatekeeping because it is special to me.
To be fair, gatekeeping all for 3 weeks.
4 weeks.
Oh, I apologize.
Actually closer to a month.
Oh.
It'll be a month. Anyways. So I have the angle this year of having Valentine's Day plans for the first time ever in my life. And I'm very excited about it.
Yay.
But like I said,
Year of the horse. Coming on
Year
strong.
of the horse. It's really
Right out the gate.
Honestly, it truly is. This is a barrel racing horse because it is just going fast, boom, boom, boom for all of the turns and straight back in. Because dang, how fast the night changes. So, yes, I will give limited, but somewhat of a breadcrumb to the townies who are so faithful and yeah, I know. I'm like, this doesn't reach that many people, right?
It's reaching more and more these days.
It doesn't reach that many people. But you always did say that you wanted this starting the podcast, that you were like, and we can give these updates, and one day you're going to say, I met this guy, and it went well, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're lying, whatever. It's not going to happen. But I did meet this guy, and it is going well.
Yay.
So, but like I said, I am protective over the whole thing, because he has a platform of his own, and I want to be respectful of his space and just letting us have time to get our bearings, get situated, because yeah, it hasn't been all that long, but I am very excited about it, and I have wanted to share for a while. So that is my life update that I've been gatekeeping for a hot minute, if you couldn't tell by Cassidy edging me every episode to say a little something, and me
hardly.
squirming like a worm.
I'm not trying to get you to say something. I'm just trying to get you to squirm.
Well, it's effective.
And I succeeded.
You did succeed. So
I am truly so excited for this new chapter for you.
Me too.
And I love the woman that you are becoming because of it. If you guys haven't noticed, Christy has this glow about her lately, and she's also been in very high positive spirits, which
not a common
not
stance
always
for me.
like her. And so I think it's having a very positive effect on your life and
Thank you.
shining through, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna say the only thing that bothers me about it is it's ruining my taste in music. I was all Tortured Poets, most of 1989, like Midnights, that kind of vibe. And now I'm over here listening to crap that's like
the
happy.
Life of a Showgirl?
Certain tracks.
Should
maybe.
we run it back to what you had to say about that
No,
album
we
when
should.
it first came out?
I still stand by most of what I said.
Most?
Most of what I said. I listened to it and I'm like, these words still don't make sense, but this closer aligns to current feelings. Anyways,
So, really quick, what era are you in now, would you say? Taylor Swift-wise.
I would say the early, kind of a little bit Fearless.
Oh. Are we 15?
Are we
Teenage?
15? Who knows?
Teenage summer? Love it.
A little bit, yeah. I would say Fearless.
You're in your Fearless era?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm obsessed. Guys, she's literally blushing, if you're watching.
Okay, anyways.
She's like, she's literally.
Okay, we're moving on.
Okay.
Anyhow, so now I'm forgetting where I am.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm
And I'm not going to help you.
hot and bothered, flustered. Okay.
I'm
So
just waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
we need to explain really quickly the spirit of single Cass.
Oh, okay.
So the spirit of single Cass is something that we have had in reference to for I don't know how long, many years at this point. And you have always very much thrived being on your own, and like you are a very self-sufficient person. You enjoy your time with yourself. You enjoy investing in yourself, and like for me that was always a very hard thing to do because I just wanted a different, like I want that like family settle down life so badly that I've always wanted it. And then so when your relationship status changed years ago, you said, I am bestowing the spirit of single Cass upon you, Christy. And I said, I'll take good care of her. And you were like, I doubt it. But I said, no, I'll show her a good time.
And that's
okay.
no small gesture either.
No, it wasn't.
Either the spirit of single cast is like priceless.
Sacred.
Very sacred. Mm-hmm. So that was a huge...
It was a huge undertaking.
Yes.
But I feel like in the past couple years, I did show her a good time.
In the beginning, you did not.
I did not, because I didn't know what to do with her. So she kind of just like sat there for a little bit on a shelf.
She was begging
a little
to
dormant.
be let out. Begging.
But I feel like once I started traveling, once I started really like investing in myself and like having a good time and like knowing more of what I wanted and doing stuff that really invested in me and becoming more fun, like I feel like I've taken good care of her in the past year, especially.
You have. In the past year especially.
Where I'm trying not to say no to like going out at night and having fun. You know, like if we go to a nightcap or something and we're like, yes, we're going to
The spirit of single cast is
all
about fun.
She really is.
Fun and spontaneity.
She's wild.
It's actually funny because I'm so glad you brought her up because my California friends never met her.
That is insane to me because I've like only known her.
They never knew her. And I tried to tell them about her when I was in a relationship, and I was like, you guys don't understand. Single cast was feral, unhinged, thriving, like all these things, and they could not picture it. And I said, well, at the time, I didn't think, I was like, well, you missed it. But now they will see.
Now they will see. Mm-hmm. So as I become less single, I don't know what the word you use, I'm bestowing her back to you.
The baton.
She was on loan.
She was on loan, and she's come back home.
And she's come back to you now.
And you guys, the past couple weeks, I told Christy yesterday, I was like...
You sensed when she came back.
I sensed it. I sensed the exchange. And I felt the presence, and I feel possessed again by her spirit. I have been loving my life. Mm-hmm. Loving my life. And I was like, oh, this is so odd because and I will say being single without the spirit of single cast, no fun. No fun at all. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, no wonder I hated my life for like the past couple months. I didn't have her. She's back. Love my life. I'm telling you, every minute of every day I'm clocking it that I'm single and living alone, and I'm like doing something I like because I like it and I have the freedom to do so, and I'm like, this is great. Yesterday I came home from work. It was so late. It was like 11 o'clock. I opened up a bag of, this is like literally the simplest thing, but I clocked it in that moment. I bought myself a bag of Dots pretzels on the way home from work. I opened up my bag of pretzels. I turned on my little Bridgerton show. I was texting my girlfriend. We were having a little banter back and forth. I'm eating my pretzels. I'm like, the freedom to do even this and just have this time after work to sit, eat my snack, watch my show, text my friend. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Impeccable. So, like, having this house to myself, I'm having the time of...
You love being an empty nester.
I love being an empty nester. I've actually kind of feared for when Mary moves back. I'm like, am I going to be okay?
See, because you were worried for a minute there about being totally alone.
Yeah, and I was the first week.
But now you're not.
And now I'm like, I am a strong, independent woman. My dreams are coming true. The Lord is on my side. The world is my oyster. Everything is coming up roses. So the spirit of, and that's when I knew. I was like, she's back, baby.
I feel like it must have been like that scene in Freaky Friday where they switch bodies and it's like in the middle of the night. They're just like, when it happened.
No, that happened.
Yeah, it happened.
One morning I just woke up and I was like, oh, I'm obsessed with myself. I was like, wait, I have the best life ever. I think it was probably solidified when I did go to California because I was like, I have the freedom.
That was the time of transition.
I was like, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. Mm-hmm. Like, I can visit my friends here. I can go back to my home. I have a literal house that's so nice. I have amazing friends. I have the ability to travel. My job is flexible. I'm pursuing a job where I'll make even more money. Like, I'm getting everything. It's everything I've ever wanted. Anyways, enough about single cast.
We love her.
We love her, and I'm happy to have her back.
And one day, when she moves out of you again, you will bestow her to someone else, and she will just keep going.
And she'll live on.
She'll live on.
Yeah. But I'm starting to think that it may be quite a while before she does get passed down to someone
Who
else,
knows?
because I want to ride out this season.
Who knows? And you know what? As you should.
I want to ride it out. I'm
As
like,
you
oh,
should.
it's got to be 3 years minimum, maybe 5.
Well, that is also another point that I think we wanted to touch on, is there is no timeline for any of this stuff.
Your segues today are impeccable.
You know, I am Paul Blart Mall Cop over here because I love me a good segue. Okay.
You need to lead every episode, matter of fact. You're in charge.
I love finding.
You're invited to the next production meeting.
Wow, thank you. You and all 3 of your personalities invite me.
Yeah.
No, like, I love finding a thread, a string to go with.
Mm-hmm.
Which now I'm forgetting
I know,
what
I
it
just
even
totally threw you off track.
was. But, oh my gosh.
How one of our points today is about...
What was it? My brain is also, like,
okay,
distracted
my ADHD
constantly.
right now is, like, off the walls.
No, literally, I was sitting in the front row of class this morning trying to freaking focus, and I'm, like, all over the place.
Oh, you were saying how singleness doesn't have a timeline.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, that good segue was just wasted.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
That's okay.
I know, I can't keep it.
There is no timeline. So, yeah, the point of reference that I have, I just turned 29. And, like, the fact that the things in my life are happening right now the way they are, that I'm like, well, why couldn't this have happened, like, 8 years ago or something, you know, 10 years ago would have been nice. But now I'm just seeing all of, like, I feel like I was on the back side of the tapestry, and now I'm just starting to see the front of the tapestry of where, like, all the threads were really messy and all the ends that you couldn't put together how it was going to make a good picture. And now I'm finally starting to see the front of it a little bit and being like, oh, wait, that makes sense. I see why this couldn't, like, why these things couldn't pan out before. So, like,
analogy.
Thank you. Yeah, and just remembering, like I was telling somebody this recently too, it's like, it truly doesn't matter at what time these things happen in your life. Like, if they happen, then they happen. And you can't say, well, I'm too old for this, I'm too old for that. Like, I've definitely had that panic on me before of being like, I am this age and I have not done these things. How do I, like, make peace with that? Mm-hmm. And essentially you say, okay, I just do. So I really had to come to that point, especially when I was trying to decide if I was going to go back to school or not. I pretty much knew that I wanted to go back to school, but when I really looked at it and I was like, well, I won't be getting my degree until I'm like 31 or 32. And then I just stopped and I was like, but I'm going to be 31 or 32 anyways. Mm-hmm. God willing, I'm going to be that anyways. But by then I could have this degree and I could be invested in this career, and like, it's what I actually want, and the time's going to pass anyhow. So that really solidified it for me. And honestly, like, as far as anything else happening in my life, same thing, where I was always very panicked, felt very behind, very, like, I felt like, you know, when you're in Mario Kart and you're still going around the track and other people are passing you on their third, fourth, fifth lap, and you're like, I'm still going around the first time. Mm-hmm. I feel like I am still going around the first time. But it's getting better, and I see where it doesn't matter at what time that anything happens, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember where I saw or read this quote or heard it, but recently the quote of, and this is to do with relationships specifically, but it's far more important who you marry than when you marry them. And I think people in society, and I think this is shifting a little bit now, but in past decades and generations, it's been very much the priority is when you get married. Mm-hmm. And I love the idea of focusing more on who it is, and that's what's important. And if it takes you 10 years longer than everyone else to find that person, then who cares, because it's the right person. Mm-hmm.
100%.
And I feel like that's a principle that you've always carried with you, because your standards and your ideals of who you want to be with have always been so high, and people have tried to like talk you out of them on multiple occasions. And I've experienced you struggling with that and being like, they keep telling me like, oh, just, you know, go on a date with this guy, who cares if he's this, or like, why don't you go out with this guy, who cares if he's this? And you've always stood very firm on the grounds of, no, I know what I want, and why would I be with someone who's not that? It's just not worth it to me. And that is very admirable. And now to see how it's kind of all coming back to you and you're reaping the reward of like your patience and your waiting is like really exciting to witness.
Wow. I did not expect to tear up.
I know, I saw you starting to tear up, and I was like, I'm gonna just keep talking and see if I can get a tear to drop out of her eyeball.
Like, we're gonna keep pushing and poking at this.
No, but it's true. And like, and I always knew it would happen for you, but the season of waiting is so difficult.
Yeah.
And especially, like you said, when it seems as if everyone else has already gotten to that point but you, it's just like more salt on the wound and more, it takes more strength of mind to stand on your, you know, your principles. But you really did.
Thank you.
And I think you also never gave up on the fact that it would happen for you.
I am, while I am a skeptic, I am also a hopeless romantic at the same time. And that is a very hard way to live. And yet this is my curse. So, but it's also worked in my favor, truly, because yeah, I have always had the mindset that I'm like, I would rather just be single than to settle to be with somebody who I'm truly not into or attracted to, or like have the qualities that I want, just to be told like, oh, you need to give these people who don't have the qualities that you're looking for a chance.
For what?
It never made sense. Like, logically, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, why would I do that? You know, it just doesn't line up at all. So now, actually having held out and waited to experience something that now is so great, I'll just say I'm getting the princess treatment. And
as you should.
Guys,
And if it was any other way, I would be throwing hands.
It's so freaking worth the wait. It has been so worthwhile. And I still am like pinching myself a lot of the time. I can't give him too big of an ego here, but I am downright spoiled at the moment. And I'm like, yes, I do deserve this. And I know I deserve this and I want it. And like at the same time, it just comes so easy too. Like all of it's just happening so easily, and it doesn't feel like forced or pressure or anything that's not supposed to like fit, you know? So yeah, but I really do appreciate that, because you were one of the only people who was not telling me to just go out with anybody, to just accept. I will say, and this is not to toot my own horn, but a little bit, I've turned down, at least online, over 400 guys, if not closer to 500, because I've been on multiple apps for multiple years, and there were plenty of them that I could have just said, okay, sure, let's go out, why not? Or like, you know, had conversations with at least. But I did not, because they go for one to slip through the cracks and not slip through the cracks, but to be chosen.
Make the cut.
To make the cut. That's a better way of saying it. To make the cut is definitely way more exciting and worthwhile.
I agree.
Yeah. What is that?
I think that's my fridge.
Is it making ice?
I don't know what. No, it doesn't make ice, unfortunately. So that, I feel like, was essentially, was that your angle?
Yeah, of intentionality and standards.
Yes.
and holding those up. I would just say to anybody else who's still in that season of waiting, it does feel like the 100-year winter, where you just feel like every single day you're like, this is literally never going to end.
Unless you're possessed with the spirit of single Cass.
Unless you're possessed with single spirit Cass, in which that makes every day like Christmas.
Every day is Christmas to me, though, seriously. Okay, I did look up a couple of quotes because I told Chrissy, I was like, I'm not going to be able to articulate this the way that I want to.
Is that because of the P's and B's?
Honestly, yeah. And, and like, yeah, other words too.
Do you need speech therapy?
I do. Yeah, it's not just the P's and the B's, unfortunately. I'm noticing as I've been speaking that...
THs are a little tricky too, aren't they?
What the heck? I don't know. I really want the spirit of single Cass to come over me right now and speak through me a message to anyone who is single for Valentine's Day this year. Actually, one of our coworkers asked me last night if I had Valentine's plans, and I was like, no. And he was like, what? Like, what the heck? No plans? And I'm like, no, I literally don't have plans. And like, honestly, I don't give a rip that I don't have plans, clearly, because I'm possessed with the spirit of single Cass. Mm-hmm. But I feel like a lot of people do feel some kind of way about it. And I just wanted to speak to anyone who is feeling some kind of way about it, because kind of the overall theme that, or one of them that I wanted to get across, is that being single is not a problem. It's not an ailment. It's not an affliction. I feel like the problem is when you start to feel unchosen and lonely in the spirit of singleness. And I have learned, even in the past couple months of being single and coming back to Michigan, is if you continuously and intentionally choose yourself, to me, there leaves no room to feel unchosen by other people, you know? And to me, that has looked like, I think, like I said before, just being aware of all the little moments throughout the day that I do feel grateful and I do feel content. And like, I open my refrigerator, like I look in my fridge. It's as simple as that. I see all the food that I get to buy for myself, everything that I want, my cute little Olippops, my fresh herbs. It's all things that I chose and I curated in my refrigerator that I own. And even that, I'm just like, wow, I'm so lucky. A, to have a fridge to myself because it's clean and it's pristine and spotless and cute.
Dream.
But also just that, like, I get to buy myself these foods. Or like, getting in bed at night, I'm like, I am so lucky that I get to choose my bedspread. It's clean. I can wash my sheets whenever I want. And I have this bed. You know what I mean? Like, every single moment, I've been really trying to, like, recognize and be grateful for those things. And I've told you this, and I think I've talked about this before, of just, like, wanting to really lean into this season of solitude that I'm in right now. And I just want to encourage other people too that, like, there's a difference between solitude and loneliness. And there's something so beautiful about embracing solitude and singleness and continuously choosing yourself. And I mean, one of my favorite quotes of all time from the one and only Kendall Jenner is, I don't chase, I attract. And I feel like...
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, I should have given that a moment to, like, set in. Yeah. I love that quote. And I feel like when you lean into choosing yourself, you lean into solitude, you lean into singleness. And I mean, everything that entails.
No, it does attract.
You will attract.
It really does.
You will attract who you want to attract. Mm-hmm. And chasing is going to get you nowhere.
No, it really does. And I think people can feel that energy coming off of you too if you are in that mindset of, like, I have to chase this thing, versus being like, you truly just have to come to a point of being like, and I'm okay and really happy with myself. If this is all I have, if this, not me having trouble.
I know, I'm like,
what just happened?
It's like, oh,
what the hell?
Projecting? Cool.
I'm not mocking you, I swear. My tongue just stopped working. I got distracted. I have that metal bar behind my teeth,
Right.
and I was, whatever. That was weird. Anyhow, yeah, if you put out that kind of energy that you are desperate and lonely and not happy with your life, you're not going to attract the kind of person or things happening in your life that you see as your ideal self. So, honestly, once I started making decisions based on what would the future me do, future 5 year from now, 10 year from now me, would she make these decisions? Really changed the game for me, honestly.
And also, when I think of people that I'm attracted to, it's always people who are locked in doing their own thing. Like, I'm never looking at someone who's like thirsty, clearly trying to like attention grab, like chase
Yeah.
after people, and I'm like, dang, I want that.
Yeah.
Except Joe Jonas.
Talk about a little bit of a hot mess express.
Yeah. But no, it's the people who are so locked in on their own stuff. They're working hard, they're taking care of themselves, they're healthy, they're ambitious, they have their goals. Like, they're not concerned with what other people are doing around them. They're not concerned with trying to impress people. They're just simply doing their own thing. That's what is attractive to me. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, then I'm just going to do the same. And then eventually, hopefully two people who are like really locked in will find each other, and they're not too locked in to like actually not notice anything else. But like that, I think that energy will eventually find you. And I think that your season of singleness is wasted if you do spend it chasing other things. Just like in any season. Like, you were never meant to spend a season yearning over the next. You're supposed to spend that season really enjoying it to the fullest, so that when you leave it, you don't have regrets about how you spent it. I found a couple of quotes about solitude that I wanted to share, and then maybe we can wrap up. Because I think solitude is really misunderstood, and I'm trying to really understand it right now. And I am, and I'm really finding a lot of beauty in it and a lot of growth in it. And so I just want to share that with people. So I actually found this Substack article, and it's called The Interior Life by Emily Glavin.
That sounds familiar.
Are you familiar with Substack?
No, The Interior Life.
Oh.
I've heard of this.
And so if anyone wants to look up the full article, it was really, really good. But a couple of things that she said in it was, there's a couple of different quotes. I'll just read them off. The first is, in solitude, the discomfort that shows up isn't always about missing someone. A lot of the times it's about realizing how unfamiliar you are with yourself. And on that note, I think that's so true. And I feel like something that is so valuable that you can take advantage of when you're single is discovering more about yourself. And discovering things about yourself has been one of the most valuable things I have ever done in my whole life, period. Learning, like even taking the values test that we did last fall, taught me so much about myself and really validated like the path that I'm on in life, instead of making me question if I'm doing the right thing or not. And then it says, solitude can feel like a small ego death. No witnesses, no feedback loop, no immediate proof of our worth or impact. For many of us, it stirs old fears, abandonment, invisibility, being too much or not enough when there's no one there to soften the edges or reflect us back into coherence. Solitude is where your true rhythms reassert themselves after being shaped by others' expectations. And then lastly, perhaps what we resist isn't solitude itself, but the moment when we realize we've been outsourcing our sense of self and are now being asked to reclaim it. Oh, I thought that was so good. I'm going to say it again. Perhaps what we resist isn't solitude itself, but the moment when we realize we've been outsourcing our sense of self and are now being asked to reclaim it. I could literally cry. It's so good.
That is so good.
So that's basically what I have to say. I think I love the angles that we came at this year with the shifts that we've both experienced
Wildly different.
since last year, because I love your angle of maintaining standards and intentionality and then being able to reap the rewards of that and how beautiful that is in itself. And I also clearly love the narrative of leaning into solitude and all of the beauty that it contains while you're waiting to reap those rewards. And I hope that you guys just get something out of this episode. And it's not just us really patting our own backs right now for the season of lives that we're in.
Yeah.
But all that to say, I just didn't want to come on today with like the old cliche, like self-love, take yourself on a walk and, you know, give yourself a bubble bath kind of stuff. Like, I think it's a lot deeper than that. And I think once you do take that next step into that deeper level, you can really unlock a lot of self-discovery, and it's exciting.
It is. I will say at the same time, too, of while you're investing in yourself and okay with the season that you're in, it is still very much all right at the same time to still want the things that you do. Like, in the whole time that I've been like, yes, I'm moved out and I'm independent and I have, you know, my dream career on the way and like all of the stuff that I'm doing for myself and investing in me, I have still always wanted it so badly. I've never wanted any, because I just find it so incredibly stupid when people are like, it'll find you most when you're not looking for it. No, Karen, I'm always looking for it. I never stopped looking for it. That's why I was like, will it never find me? Because I will always be looking. Like, and it's okay to want it. It's okay to be looking at the same time as you're also becoming content with yourself and okay with your solitude. I think that's completely valid. You can want, two things can be true at the same time.
So true.
You know?
I actually, this is like not directly related, but I was feeling that the other day, even in my career. I was like, literally reflecting on the fact that I knew I wanted to be famous when I was like 5 years old. And I acted as such. Like, I was literally mock on the phone with my agent in my like Disney princess dress, like asking what my like schedule was for the day. I have a core memory of that at a very young age. And I've always wanted that. Like, I've always wanted to be in the spotlight, always wanted to be in entertainment. But I was reflecting the other day of, yes, I have always wanted this, but I'm also okay with the fact that I don't have it yet. You know what I mean? Same thing. Like, I can be waiting for it to happen and working for it to happen and wanting it to happen, but still be content in that season of working, waiting, and wanting.
Yep.
And so I think that goes for, you know, a lot of different things in life. And I agree. It's okay to want it. And I think that's a sign that, like, you're aligned. And if you've wanted something for so long, then certainly that's what must be what's in store for you. Yeah.
Perfectly put.
Thank you.
Perfectly.
Wow. Well, do you have any last notes?
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And if anyone wants to go out for a drink with me for funsies, I'll be busy being by myself.
Sure. And I'll be busy with other plans.
Yeah, and Christy will be busy not being by herself. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that you were able to get something out of this episode and it wasn't just us rambling on about our experiences.
This was a great episode.
Okay, you're right.
Are you kidding me? No. Don't be proud of this.
I'm proud of it. You're
Yeah.
right.
This was good.
Yeah.
This was very good.
Good. Even if it was just us who got something out of it. No, everyone probably did get something out of it. You're so right.
I think
Well,
they
thank
will.
you guys for listening. Happy Valentine's Day. Everyone go wish my sister a happy birthday. And we will talk to you in our next episode.
Bye.